So no, a meteor's gonna be small though.
Okay, so
I think about a meteor shower. They're small. Meteors and
yeah, but I mean, they're also like billions of miles away.
No, they're not. They're entering our.
We're not gonna talk about this right now.
Okay.
Because I know I'm gonna embarrass myself.
Okay.
I already feel my face going red. Okay. Let's. Okay. So. Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Indistinct Chatter. As you all know, I'm Julian.
And I'm Aries, but not in Chatter. So you can call me Lucas.
She's not an Aries.
She's not an Aries.
She's not an Aries, she is an Aries.
She's both.
She's Aries in here.
In there. It's what matters.
Literally. That's all that matters. So, as you guys know, RuPaul's Drag Race is kind of over. I mean, not the entire show, but like the season.
It's
off with
It's
head.
cut.
Yeah. It's cut off.
Like Mary Queen of Scots.
Honestly.
Off with her head. And let me tell you, Rosé's gone.
Yeah, she didn't win.
Yeah. That was a context clue about who lost for the season.
Literally. But yeah, so that's over. So I guess for this episode we're just gonna kind of sit here and wait for RuPaul's Drag Race to start.
Yeah, another season of RuPaul's Drag Race, and we're just gonna hear us breathe. We're gonna put the mic close to us so it's like ASMR.
Oh, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be.
Yeah.
I have a mic over there, and once I put the volume up, I actually did it once, and it sounds really creepy.
You might hear a
gross.
poop.
But in all seriousness, speaking of things ending, the world is ending.
It is.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. And we have the first inside scoop of it. But yeah, so on that note, we are going to,
we are gonna wear and tear the end of the world.
I think we should just delve right in, shall we? Oh, you delved in after.
One at a time.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
We're taking turns.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the end of the world? Like, how do you feel about that?
About the end of the world.
Yeah, like, are you for that?
If right now?
Yeah. Are you like, yes, let's do it all the time? Or like, no, I still have
I'd love a restart.
But we don't know if it's a restart, though.
Yeah, because obviously we don't know, like, are we gonna come back? Are our souls going to, like, be, like, thrusted into, like, heaven or something, and we're gonna, like...
Because the Earth could just explode, and our bodies would just kind of, like, lay lifeless, and our souls would just float through space.
Very that. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like the end of the world, it'd be kind of fun.
Yeah? So you're for it?
I am.
Honestly, me too.
But, like, let's say they're like, okay, 10 days, an asteroid is hurtling towards the Earth. What is your little gay ass gonna do?
It's hard to say, because I'm like, on one hand, I feel like I might be like, oh, in 10 days, like, an asteroid's gonna come and hit us.
Yeah.
I'll just end it now.
That's true. It's like, would like... But, okay, so that's the thing. I'm like, if the asteroid was coming, would I feel it? You know what I mean? Would I feel the death? Or would I just be like just like an instant, like, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, no feelings.
So, like, if the asteroid hit, and then, like, the sonic boom was so big and so fast, that it would literally just, like, rip all your skin off.
Oh, yeah.
And you would just...
Oh, yeah.
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 That's what I'd hope for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't want, like, a...
Pain.
Yeah, like, I don't see, for me, the one thing I don't want, like, an ice age. I don't want, like, the sun to get so hot that people just melt in place. I don't want that, because that you feel that.
You would feel that. Would you try and, like, live your life to the fullest? Would you be like, I'm gonna go and do the things that I've always wanted to do?
Skydiving?
Yeah.
I would never skydive.
There you go.
Yeah. I feel like I'm that kind of person who is gonna say that I want to do all the things that I always wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, I always wanted to do this, I always wanted to do this, and at the end of the 10 days, to be the 9th day, and be like, oh, I didn't get any of those done.
Yeah.
I would die with my bucket list in hand.
So you technically would cross it off as it disintegrates your body.
I guess, yeah.
So, there you go.
As I'm crossing off, I'm like, I did all these at once. I'm like, this is the feeling of skydiving, death, of like, big death. This is the feeling of drowning, big death. All those
drowning was on your bucket list. Drowning was on your bucket list. I think, yeah, like for me, I feel like the same. I think I would like, I'd want to do things, but like at the same time, I also like, I feel like I would just be like, hey, like I just want to like see people and like probably cry or something, and then like, yeah. No, I feel like I would probably just try and like do a few things that are like fun and crazy and quirky, but like I don't think I would like, I wouldn't try and travel. Like in a 10-day period, I would like literally try and spend the time with the people that I know. Okay, the thing too, like let's say the meteor was coming though, like it was gonna crash into like Russia, okay? And so like we're on the other
Russia first, Mom.
Like we're on we're on the other side of the earth, so maybe the death wouldn't be as like fast. Maybe we would get like a little bit of the like the fire wouldn't be as intense, you know what I mean? Okay. So maybe we don't just die like that.
Well, I mean, I prefer to hit like,
I want to be ground zero. I want to be like, if the meteor's coming, I want to be right underneath her.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
No, we're not in Russia.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, if we're in Canada and the meteor's coming to Russia, the last day I would try to go to Russia.
Oh, yeah. I see. You're like, hi, sweetheart. Like scientist. Where is it? Is like this axis where it's hitting? Okay, I'm gonna set up camp right here.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be like, this is it. Like this is like this is real. This is me. This is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So yeah. What is your like your preferred way? If you had to choose how the world is ending, the apocalypse, the Armageddon, whatever you want to fucking call it, the world is literally going to cancel. You got brought into a room. And there was no one else there except for like an orb of light, and the orb of light was like,
hello. Hello. Can it be more like a womanly? I think it's more comfortable. No, but like a strong woman.
No. You can choose how the world is gonna end.
Yeah.
What is your preferred way? You've already said a few times like you don't like the drowning, you don't like the ice age, you don't like the fire. What the fuck do you want then? How do you want, if you had to choose, okay, well those are probably your options, but like obviously, maybe one's better than the other. What is your preferred fantasy?
I mean, honestly, my preferred fantasy, I feel like would be something, something quick. Like a meteor. Or like the world just like literally like going and exploding.
What about the sun engulfing Earth? You know how the sun gets bigger as they age? Like what if it just...
Is it?
Yeah. You did not say
How would you prefer? I don't know, something quick. Yeah, like a meteor. Not the sun engulfing Earth, because I feel like that's gonna be very hot. Yeah. I'm gonna melt. My flesh will just slip off.
Same with like a meteor. Like a meteor can have like not nuclear, but it can have like, like hydrogen in it, and hydrogen is like, ooh.
But that noise was weird that you made. If a meteor is big enough, it would, here's the Earth and here's the meteor, it would go like this, like...
you're talking about like a big one. So like...
I'm not talking about a little fucking baby. Yeah, so a big meteor hitting, because that would be like impactful and then explode.
You're talking about a big one that the Earth literally is just like...
Yeah, like I don't want like a little and then like a...
The fire. You want like a destroyed.
Yeah.
The core is like gone. I don't know, I think I would choose like probably like... Yeah, like I think like the slow things like ice ages and water rising are inevitable, but
I thought you were gonna say something like really messed up and be like, I want the slowest, most painful.
No, I think like I wouldn't. I'm not like morbid like that. Like some people I think would be like, this is skinny, but no, like I think it would be like cancel. But no, I think I'd do something like that too, like a meteor where it's almost like instantaneously, like, one of the things too really fast that I thought I was so scared of this when I was younger. So how there's other stars in like the galaxy and in the universe?
Yeah.
So the stars are, our sun is a star.
Yeah.
So basically when these stars come to age, they can explode, right? They can like implode on themselves and do these things. One of these things that I actually found out that stars can, the way that they can explode cannot be like just an outer like, explosion. They can be actually like, I don't remember if it was a colliding one or if it was a way that like, the way it just compresses, but it can actually shoot the energy out from the sides. So if it's a ball, it literally can implode a certain way and literally in tunnels of like intense hydrogen and like all those like star-esque chemicals can like shoot at like super fast light year speeds. And I thought, oh my god, I was like, what if a star close to us does that? And like that's how we died. We got shot by like a literal like lightsaber turning on, basically. Think about it like that. Like a lightsaber, like just but big enough to like engulf Earth. Do you know how fierce that would be?
Oh, I thought that was gonna be like a small little beam shooting through. And
No,
then,
no, because
right
like no, think about it. No. It's like they're like think about the like these stars are bigger than our sun. So like they're like it literally would destroy like our entire like galaxy. It would be chopped. But that's what I mean though. I literally saw this like on Discovery Channel when I was younger, and I was like, oh my god. Okay, so the chosen one. But like, okay, so let's say like it was sort of goes hand in hand with one before, like, oh, the meteor's coming, whatever, you have 10 days to live. If you knew there was like, let's say there was like the end of the world was coming, let's say it was like nuclear or something, like it was humans, like the humans were doing it.
Oh, man-made.
Or, yeah, a man-made fantasy, and you knew that there were ways to live. Would you try and like be one of the divas to like try and go to one of these spaces? Would you like try and create one? Like, would you, like, you know, or would you just give up?
What I feel like I would do is, it would be difficult to create my own, because I'm not that much of a crafty person, and I'm not a great DIYer, and I don't have a lot of money, and I feel like I don't have, like, the leadership skills
to just drag yourself.
And, you know, the leadership skills to, like, create, you know, like a silo bunker heaven. So what I would do is, I would somehow go out there and purchase, a weapon of death, and I would carry that with me. And I would try to, you know, go to all of those little bunker silo, safety areas. And if I couldn't get in, I'd be like, I have my way out right here, you know? I'd think about that. If I can't get in, I'd be like,
shoot yourself.
Yeah. So I'd be like, it's like no harm, no foul. You know, I'm asking, hi, Betsy, do you have room for me? No. Oh, I'm not white enough. Okay, cool. I'll go to the next one. Go here, Diane. Do you have room for me? Oh, you guys are all full. Oh, okay. I guess I'll go to the next one. Jared, what about you? Oh, you just don't like me. Oh, okay, cool. I guess that's it. We're done.
Yeah, I think the same. Like, I almost like I would either try and like be like, hey, like. The girl, we know like Russia or someone's gonna shoot a nuke and there's gonna be nuclear war. We got like a year.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, divas, like let's gather like our families if no one has a connection, and let's go to a mountain in like the interior of Canada or BC or something. You know what I mean?
The Rockies.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, something like not maybe the Rockies. Cause that's kind of obvious. I would choose like another mountain, like just like in the interior.
Wait, you don't want to share with people?
No! No, you just want to make... No, I would just, like, get all my, like, homies and their families can come. And then I would just be like, hey, someone has to study, like, agriculture. We need to learn where to buy cows. You know what I mean? Shit like that. We need to, like, where do we get these mammals? Like, you know, that's what I'm saying. Someone has to do something. You know? And then all that tea. And then I would be like, hey, we're gonna go dig a hole. Like, me and the archaeology team are gonna go dig a hole.
Wait, so you're... Oh, I guess you mastered an earth sign, so you would be with the archaeologists.
Yeah. I would uncover a new dinosaur.
Yeah, so you would fucking create your own...
I would try. If I knew there was, like, people, like, doing it, I would try and be like, hey, like, let's figure it out, because I, like, collab. Yeah, like, let's collab, like, let's do, like, do something. But, like, if I couldn't, then I would be like, hey, like, let's try and make something. The nukes are coming, or, like, this ice age is on the way. Let's go, girls. You know what I mean? So...
Would you name it?
Mount Heather. No.
I was thinking like Haven by Aries.
I'd call it probably like Grey Havens, but that's just also like I would, because that's also very much my like Judge with Lord of the Rings.
I was just going to say, isn't that in something?
Yeah, it's where the elves diminish too. So it's like it
means they die.
They don't die. It's where they go and enjoy eternal life with other like beings that are eternal. It is in a way sort of like death, but it's like eternal and beautiful.
Yeah, see, I wish I'd be able to do that. But I would be one of those people that you, the only reason I'd be able to, like, get there is because I'd be like, bitch, you can't film drag without me. So you have to
Oh, so Grey Haven's Drag Race.
100%.
I would die.
When do you think it's gonna happen? Like, we hear about all these, like, we've been hearing about these things for, like, decades, about like, oh, the world's gonna end next year, the world's gonna end in 10 years, the world's gonna end when the Mayan calendar ends, the world's gonna end on this day, the world's gonna end this time. Like, at this point, I'm like, I feel like the world is gonna end, like...
when she's ready to do it.
Literally, on her own time.
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like it's not gonna end anytime soon. It's gonna be, like, hundreds of years away. So, with that being said...
Okay.
Who do you think is gonna cause the end of the world? When it is man... Yeah, like, when it is man-made, who do you think is gonna cause it?
Okay, well, I feel like that's really pointed, first of all. No, I'm kidding. No. I don't know, I feel like if they have, like, a Donald Trump fantasy again in the U.S., I think the U.S. could be a situation for it because of, like, someone that stupid running a country can press other leaders' buttons, especially when, like, there's such a power struggle and, like, this weird urgency to be like, we need to be the first to do this, we need to be the number one of Earth, which is, like, weird because, like, we're all humans. But I don't know, I think it will be, like, a world leader that's just, like, power hungry and kind of crazy again.
I'm gonna say the States.
Yeah, I would say, like, the U.S., like, just because they've infiltrated so many countries already and, like, continue to do so and, like, want to control them, even though they, like, don't need to.
Yeah. Like, I mean, where do you think, maybe where do you hope, like, where do you, like, where would you almost, like, want the end of the world to start?
Like a man-made thing?
I guess, yeah, man-made, yeah.
Yeah, if it's man-made, I feel like there'll be, like, some weird, like, I don't think it'll be anywhere, like, necessarily where people are, if that makes sense. Okay, fair, yeah. I think it'll be somewhere, like, literally, like, almost like someone will shoot, like, a nuclear somewhere really close to the coast of somewhere, or, do you know what I mean? Or, like, into, like, a part of the world that's sort of, like, not anyone's, I guess, if that makes sense, like, the Arctic or some shit, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if someone, like, started, like, setting off nuclear bombs, like, or something, like, I honestly feel like also man-made, like, world and would be nuclear. I don't think there's another...
Yeah.
I don't think there's another way to do that unless, like, literally, unless they, like, release, like, some sort of, like, plague. Like, literally, like, something that was, like, some biochemical terrorism that was, like, crazy, you know what I mean? I think it would be that, or it would be, like, literally, like, a nuclear fantasy.
For me, as a child, hearing all these things about the world ending, it made me actually really nervous, because I'm like, the world's gonna end when I'm, like, 30.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here,
you
like,
have no concept of it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm 7, and they're like, yeah, the sun could explode at any moment. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, this volcano could erupt at any second. And I'm like,
I feel like that's the thing, like, you hear those facts, but, like, they don't necessarily explain.
Not at all.
They're like, yeah, volcanoes can just erupt and destroy the earth.
Yeah, and no, especially because it's like a children's show. They're not going to be like, you know, so, the trajectory of all these things, you know, like, with this happening...
They're not going to, like, have scientific backing.
They're just going to say, the volcano could blow up, and then you would all die. And I'm like...
That's the thing, too, like, the amount of nuclear bombs each country is said to have or whatever is, like, really obnoxious. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are, like, hundreds of, like, bombs or whatever for, like, this. Like, the US has it. Russia has it. Do you know what I mean? I'm like...
Like, tell me you have a small penis without telling me you have a small penis.
Oh, right? No, literally. It's, like, very much that tea. But it's, like, why do you need...
Literally.
Like, regardless of, like, nuclear war happening, like, it's literally was like, we need to create, like, 300 nuclear bombs.
You know why? Because they have 200. So we need 300.
That was, like, literally, like, the race to the moon, too. When they were like, we're getting to the moon. No, we are.
Yeah.
I think we should end this on a religious note. I don't know anything. Well, I know some stuff about religion. I know quite a bit. But, like...
She's read the Bible, Mom.
You know how they were, like, saying, like, Jesus is gonna come back in the second coming, and he's gonna bring all of the people who, like, prayed and believed in God to heaven, and, like...
On the ark?
On the ark. Very that. Basically, I think it says, like, the world's supposed to be, like, hell. Like, Earth is, like, supposed to become, like, if you were a sinner or whatever, like, you're supposed to be, like, engulfed in flames or something. Like, it literally is, like, all the people who believed in, like, Jesus Christ get sucked up to heaven, and all the... literally, like, Jesus, like, very much like that.
I hope that happens.
And then all the, like, bad people get, like, burned in hell.
So we're gonna be there nonetheless.
Very that. So that's what I mean, though. I'm like, if Sky Dad was real, what would you think of? Do you think that's possible, or do you think religion's just all a farce?
Let's be honest. I hope she is real.
Yeah.
Because you know that what's gonna really happen. She's gonna see all the people praying. And, like, this is like, reality.
She's gonna press Control, Delete.
Exactly.
Or just her Sims account.
Literally. She's gonna be like, hey, guys, I'm the real Sky Dad. Welcome.
Yeah.
Y'all that were praying, you didn't do it for me.
She literally was like,
sashay away.
She literally was like, this is just my server where, like, I just created, like, a fake reality.
Yeah.
And, like, I let you guys just do things without me actually doing anything, and you did this, so I'm just gonna delete it.
Yeah, exactly.
All bye.
I hope that's how the world ends.
That would be so fierce if literally it was, like, the sky, like, God came back and was like, wow, this is just actually my server that I was creating for, like, my reality playthrough of, like, an Earth, and wow, you guys are really, I just let you guys do this one. I have my one that I actually choose and, like, make better decisions over here.
Yeah, and that's on Mars. I'm glad you guys didn't make it to Mars, because wow, you guys would have corrupted my file.
So,
but honestly,
and just delete us.
If it was deleted, because it would be like turning a TV off.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you would just
be like,
yeah, gone.
I would love that.
Right?
We were, like, fake this whole time.
I love that.
It doesn't matter if you love him
or capital H-I-M.
The world's ending.
Yeah.
Period.
And we hope it does.
And we'll see you in heaven. It's not exciting.
We're not going
but well, maybe.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But it's not exciting. We'll find that out later.
Next episode?
When we death.
Next episode.
The world's ending. And this was a cute little fun episode. And we're going to come at you again with a few more of these other themes and categories. If you ever want to see us talk about anything, if you think there's a theme or something that you want to know our opinions about, you can you can send us an email.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Should we give them the email?
The email will be in the details of this. You can send us an email. You can say, hey.
Find our email in the bio below.
Yeah, in the bio.
In the description below.
In the description below. But fully, send us an email or comment below.
Yeah.
Because if you have anything, like any theme, any category that you want to hear us talk about.
Category is...
Which category are we on right now? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're feeling really juicy, you can turn on the notification bell. And then every single time we upload a fun video, you're gonna get a little ding-a-ling from YouTube saying Indistinct Chatter, new episode. And that's super fierce, fun, and fabulous. Anyway, we'll see you next week. On Indistinct.
Bye.
Chatter. Goodbye, everyone.
This is a small message to that of you or those of you who have ended the world, because now I know you're going to be watching this, as the world is ending. It's me ending today. This is all your fault. How dare you? You child. What else want I say to them? Just that.